Hi friends, welcome. If this is your first time visiting, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for stopping in. If you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you as a semi friend. And if you like the video, please give it a big thumbs up. So for today's video, I have 3 pop sockets that I did in a couple different ways. So I just wanted to share a few different techniques that I like to do with pop sockets. And, sometimes I like to just really play around and find unique ways to do things that sort of look cool. So I have these 3. So this first one, let me just put this down. So this first one here, I'm hoping that you're able to see, can you see all the like 3D kind of pattern that's left in there? So cool. This sort of reminds me of one of the planets. It's so cool. So there's that one. And then this one. So this one, I used different colors of paint and epoxy mixed together, and I mixed them so that they were thick and sticky, put them together, and then sanded it down for the pattern on it. And of course, the video of putting it together will show what I'm talking about. So, but this is really cool. And so when you see this, I actually ordered a different product that is a product that they use on nails. And I'm waiting for it to come from Amazon, which I think would allow me to do this technique that I like to do in a different way and make it the colors like super pop. So I'm waiting for that to come. So I'll probably do another one similar to this using that other product. But this turned out really cool too. It's very subtle, which I like, just that little bit of color and kind of blingy look. And then this one, so a couple things. I don't know if you can see in there like where the blue is, but there's like striations in there, so that's really cool looking too. And I just wanted to make like some, like 3D bubbly looking color in here. And it just looks like it's got pieces of like metal sitting on it. But really fun, and I love the pop sockets. If you'd like to see how these are put together, then just stay tuned and we will make them. And I hope you guys have a blessed and beautiful day, my friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye. All right, so here I'm starting out with the pop socket. I just put some white glitter on it using glue. I used tacky glue to put it on. You can use whatever glue you want. And then I picked my different colors of paint and I mixed a little bit of epoxy in here. So I wanted more paint than epoxy because I want these to be super thick. But the goal with this is that I want paint that will sit on top of each other and dry hard so that I can go in and take my drill and then file it down and get a blend of the paint together. So I'm putting these pieces of paint on top of each other and just going in layers. So again, a little bit of epoxy with more paint. And then I'm just going to let it dry. So on this one, I'm using that blue paint with the epoxy in it, and my brush, I'm just going inside. So I want to make some lines going through this. So that thick paint with the epoxy is perfect for it. Now this one, I am leaving space between my lines. So I just put a little bit on the edge of like a popsicle stick or this tool that I'm using. The tip of it squared off like a popsicle stick, and I'm just doing lines across a glittered base. Now I'm going to just take my drill. I had to sort of rig it up because I couldn't find my Dremel, but I'm just going to file this down until the paint is nice and smooth and I get the look that I want. So now this one is dry. I'm going to take some mica powder, and I like to use makeup brushes when I do things like this. I'm going to use my makeup brush, and I'm just going to go in and set my mica powder on top of this the way that I want it to look. And where I used the paint with the epoxy in it, it's going to give me some nice ridges that will set itself apart and allow it to look more 3D, three-dimensional. So I'm just going to put my colors on the way that I want them and then go from there. Now on this one, you can see it's got the nice ridges in it from the paint. So this is my copper penny that my dear friend Heidi gifted to me. And I love this color so much. So I'm just gonna use my makeup brush and go over and make sure the entire thing is covered. And then from there, what I want is to make like little droplet looking things. I'm going to use my UV resin. I'm going to put it in a little dish because I'm going to use a paintbrush with it, but I'm just going to drop my resin in places that I want it to be. And you can use your resin and do like different designs on it. I just want these little drops, but it's going to give me a raised effect with the mica powder sort of sucked up into it. And then from there, I'm going to put it under the UV lamp for 3 minutes and then go from there. All right, so now that that's done, I'm just going to brush off the excess mica powder and see how my piece looks. And then I will also go in and I want to add a little bit of color. So I'm going to go in and just do some red dots with paint. Now here I'm going to just use a little bit of gold paint and a paintbrush and just add a little bit more color into my piece. And then I'll let it dry and it'll be ready for epoxy. And like I said, I just wanted a little bit of color in here, so I am doing some red dots all around it. And then once this is done, I will let it dry and it'll be ready for epoxy. And then with these pieces, after they dried, I added a little bit of epoxy. I don't know what happened to that video, I'm sorry, but I just mixed up 6 cc's and divided it amongst the 3 of these and gave it a nice just top on it. You can see it's got nice shiny tops, and these turned out really good. So these particular pop sockets, the base has this little sticky piece that you just add that pop socket into it. So I just open them up, add that in, and they are ready to go. I hope you guys liked them. I hope you have a blessed and beautiful day, friends. Bye.